Alright, so we back with another video. Now, I ain't really gave y'all a lot of videos on this channel, but today we gonna be giving y'all an anime tier list. I want to get into some extra videos, but first I want to give y'all like the idea of what I feel about a lot of the shows that I've watched. This is pretty much ranking every anime I've seen ever, by the way. So yeah, I plan on doing the same thing for TV shows. I plan on doing the same thing for movies. This is gonna be an anime TV movie channel. So if y'all interested in that, y'all know what to do. Just make sure you subscribe, make sure you like the video, make sure you get the notifications, all that good stuff. Let's just get straight into it. It's a lot of anime. Let's get to it. Alright, so hopping into it. Hey, shout out to the dude in the comments on the shorts. Bro told me, bro, just use 1 through 5. I'm gonna be honest, he cooked. Now, I won't lie, there's gonna be some crowded tiers because of that, but yeah, that's just what it is. It's gonna be very crowded tiers. So I'm honestly thinking about going 10, 9, because a lot of the 8s and 9s are gonna be like, it's gonna be a lot of 8s and 9s. Well, probably not 9s. It's gonna be a lot of 8s and 7s. So maybe I'm chilling. We'll see. We'll see as we go. But 5 out of 5. It's obviously going up to 5. 4 out of 5. 4.5, you know, gonna be still 4. 3.5, 3, still gonna be 3. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's get into it. First one, we have solo leveling. Now, when it comes to solo leveling, for me, I think solo leveling is a good show. Very enjoyable. And I do think that is kind of like important. But it is generic. We cannot act like it's not. I will say that it is, people don't want to give it credit, but it is very impactful for the scene in Korea. I will give it that. Like, people do not give it that. Like, you know how much they copied solo leveling in Korea? It is generic, but the entire premise of it is literally copied and pasted so many times in North, or not, I was gonna say North Korea. Let's just rank it, bro. Let's just rank it. Season 1 I liked. I think it did start a little iffy for me, but when they got that mom scene, I low-key messed with it a lot from the get-go. Now I'm thinking about it, because you had the scene where they was trapped. I low-key liked it. I'm gonna be honest. It was low-key like just a fun, generic, entertaining with good animation anime. I'm gonna say for now probably 3. It's probably in that 6 or 7 range. Probably more so 7, where it's a good anime. I'm not mad if you say it's an 8. To be honest, that's where it does get a little tough for me. I don't know if I can say it's an 8. Probably in that half, but more so 7 for me. I'm gonna say 3. Next, we have Kaiju number 8. This is one of the biggest letdown animes of my life. 3 episodes in, I literally had to read the manga. I caught all the way up with the manga before episode 4 even came out. And the thing is, in my opinion, I thought that this was gonna be in my expectations from the first 2, I think, actually, episodes. This is gonna be an AOT level show, where you get the peak writing, the story, the characters, all that. It wasn't. It just wasn't. It wasn't. So that's just what it was. I do think it is good. I think solo leveling is better, in my opinion. I think it's clearly better. I think it's more consistent. I think Kaiju number 8 is a lot more unique. I'll give it that. But with that being said, it's kind of just anime specific, Pacific Rim, somewhat, except it's just no robots, I guess. But I guess that's just not really fair anyway to call it. But it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool premise. It's nothing crazy. I feel like I gave it expectations and was let down by the expectations I put on it. But I don't know. I feel like it just isn't as good as I hoped. And yeah, it's still pretty solid though. Next we have the beginning after the end. Now, some of these are going to be more so ranked off of the manga. So take that for what you will. Beginning after the end manga. Now, I think they have light novels or something, because I believe they're still adapting the it's the webtoon. Maybe they're adapting the manga from the webtoon, and that's why they're behind. I don't know. I believe it is finished, but they're not finished with the manga. It's very confusing. Maybe they're just adapting it from the manga. I don't know. But I'm gonna say here, I actually like beginning after the end. It is generic though. It is pretty generic. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of the people that I do think animation can uplift it. I'm not really, I don't really feel the same way as other people when it comes to animation ruining The only time animation can ruin something is like when it's like berserk, in my opinion, where that is something like, okay, if it's literally like a story, it just checks every box. Yeah, beginning after the end is not to that level where I'm like, okay, come on, bro, we gotta actually try on this at least. Like, beginning after the end is fine. I would say the manga, in my opinion, I enjoyed it more than Kaiju number 8 personally. But again, I didn't have that same expectations. People were saying beginning after the end was crazy before it came out. I watched the first 2 episodes. The first 2 episodes was fine to me. The animation was obviously terrible, but animation, I can admit when animation is terrible, but I can still somewhat enjoy something with bad animation. I won't lie, unless we talking about Berserk. That's a different one. But here we have Made. It has been a minute since I watched this. This is okay. Bro, it's gonna be a lot of 3s, is what I'm saying. It is gonna be a lot of 3s. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of 3s, because that means everything that's a 6, a 7, and an 8. Yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. This may be OD. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. We may have to actually make that change. We may have to make that change. So what we'll say is, I'm gonna go 10, I guess. I'm gonna go 9. I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna go 6. And then I'm gonna go, I'm gonna say mid. And then I'm gonna say trash. Low key, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually just change the tiers in general. I'm not even gonna use numbers this time, because I'm gonna just say mid. I'm gonna say good. I'm gonna say great. I'm gonna say I don't think it's great is a good enough. I'm gonna say masterpiece. I'm gonna say masterpiece. And then perfect. Literally a perfect show, in my opinion. That's gonna be the tiers. Alright, I'm gonna delete this. I have to walk y'all through it with me, because I already see where this is going. There's gonna be a lot of shows, so I have to make sure that we kind of are on the right progress and the right process. So we're just gonna use adjectives for it, and yeah, to describe it. And I think this is gonna work, because now we have boom, we have okay, I guess. Solo leveling, if you want to say it's great, I'm not mad at it. I'm honestly not mad at it. That low key is like a good in between. That's gonna be tough though. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be kind of tough, but we'll see. So that's gonna probably be like the ones that's like in between a 7 and an 8, and ones that are 8s. Great. And then anything like 8.5 to like a 9 probably gonna be masterpieces. We'll see. And then we got Made. We're just gonna go ahead and pin it. Just to not even waste our time, we're just gonna go ahead and pin it. Then we got Made. I'm gonna say Made for now. I think it's low key, in my opinion. I think it's better than both of these, but for a romance anime, I think it is mid. I do think there's a lot better shows for it. And if we're doing it like that, it probably is fair to say mid. It's low key. If we saying anime overall, it's probably good. But if we talking about and for its genre, it probably is mid. But I'll put it here. Then we have Heavenly Delusion. I think Heavenly Delusion is a great. I would probably argue that it's better than Solo Leveling. It has more going for it. I think the animation is good. The only thing I don't like about it is season 1. I did not like the ending at all. The ending threw me the hell off. I don't know what the hell was going on, and that's my opinion. Chainsaw Man. Now, again, we're including the manga. If we just doing part 1, act 1, that shit might be perfect. I'm not gonna lie. That might genuinely be perfect. Every arc got better from the last, and that is some of the best moments I have ever seen from manga. I didn't read AOT. Oh, I did read AOT. I read the ending. After we got to season 4, I was so confused, I just had to read it. I'm not gonna lie. I had to read it, and yeah. But I didn't read Naruto. I didn't read a lot of my favorite shows, I would say. So, Chainsaw Man is up there. And I pretty much read it beginning to end, because we only have season 1, and then we got the movie. But I read it all before we got the movie. And obviously, the ending came out after the movie. I'm gonna be honest. JJK got a bad ending. Chainsaw Man may have a worse ending. Chainsaw Man may genuinely have a worse ending. That Act 2 really does hurt it. I'ma still say it's a Can it be a masterpiece with that ending? That's tough. That's actually tough. I'm gonna keep it there for now. My Dress Up Darling, that's easily great. I would put it above Solo Leveling. I don't know why it's this good. I don't even know what the hell genre it is, but it is good. It's very good. It's very good. Then we have Bleach. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big Bleach guy. I think Solo Leveling, I personally enjoy Solo Leveling in terms of start to finish so far. What I've got from it, I've not finished reading Solo Leveling because I'll be honest, I think Solo Leveling is a show that gets better from watching it. You can read it and still enjoy it though. I will say that. Bleach, it's way too inconsistent for me to have it above Solo Leveling so far. Solo Leveling has only gotten better for me so far. Bleach does have higher highs though. I will say that. I think that, okay, do I think the Arrancar arc is better? Probably. That is probably on par for me as that Ant Island thing. I really did enjoy that second season of Solo Leveling, I won't lie. And the end of season 1 I did enjoy a lot too. But Soul Society is better than anything Solo Leveling has done. 1,000 Year Blood War is pretty good too. I probably would argue that's better than anything Solo Leveling has done too. But I don't know, because when it was airing at the same time, I don't know if I believe that. That is a little tough. I'm going to actually still go great. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because it is Big 3. I'm not ranking 1,000 Year Blood War. I took Shippuden off. I took all the other Dragon Balls off. I'm not going to rank like the same. I'm just ranking Bleach all together. And it's great. It's great. Bocchi the Rock, it's an eating masterpiece. There's no question with Bocchi the Rock. Now, will we get another season? When will we get another season? But season 1 is clearly a masterpiece. It's damn near, you could make the, I wouldn't be mad at you saying it's perfect. I just think it's clearly not finished, and that would be why I would say it's not perfect. But the season 1 itself, standalone, is perfect. But the show so far isn't, because it's clearly got more to do. Clearly. Demon Slayer. Now, Demon Slayer, on the other hand, I think that this is a show where, how do I put this? For me, Demon Slayer isn't even really that entertaining. And this is what I say. When you get to like okay. Alright, so this is what I say. Season 1, you got a couple arcs. Obviously, you get to episode 19. That's really, really good. It's one of the best fights of all time. Then you got to finish out the season. I wouldn't say I was entertained for 90% of that season. I may have been entertained about maybe 40%. Being honest. Now, the movie, I wasn't a big fan of the movie, but the movie was definitely fully entertaining. It's not even a question. The season after that, 100% entertaining. Now, the seasons after that, no. Now, they're doing the movies. I'm not fully caught up. And the reason why is because Demon Slayer has lost the hell out of me. And I'm trying my hardest to catch up because I know this is the peak of the whole show, the movies. But with the fact that the movies are taking that long, there's no rush. There's no rush to get through this. So, Demon Slayer is a tough one. I don't think it's great. I'll say that right now. I don't think it's great. It is good. It's easily over the beginning after the end, but the beginning after the end has a better story, in my opinion. Me personally, I think it clearly has a better story. Demon Slayer, I would say, is better than Maid-sama. I would say it's good. Me personally, I would say it's good. Gachi Akuda. Gachi Akuda is one of the better new shows that's come out. Season 1 was as good as you possibly could make a shonen nowadays for season 1. When you think about shonen, almost everything has been done before. I think Gachi Akuda pretty much did as much as you possibly can in a season 1 for the style. Shonen, everything has been done. Gachi Akuda has found a way to be unique. I give it credit for that. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece yet because, I don't know, Bocchi the Rock is just a different level of entertainment, in my opinion, and how much I enjoyed it. And I don't even know what genre to call that, but I will say this. hot take, music anime has probably the most consistency rate out of any genre. I'm not gonna lie, you got Kongming. Oh my gosh, I don't have Kongming on here. Yeah, Kongming. What's another one? You got Rock Lady. It's a couple other ones. Them joints don't miss. I would say that. It don't miss. JoJo's. Now we gotta rank JoJo's. I've only seen a couple parts. So this is JoJo's 1, JoJo's 2. I skipped all the way to JoJo's 5 because I didn't even finish JoJo's 2. So spoiler alert. And then JoJo's 6. So JoJo's 1, in my opinion, I would say JoJo's 1 is good. I would probably say JoJo's 1 is like here. I'm not mad if you say it's better than Demon Slayer, but I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't the best to me. JoJo's 2, I did not enjoy it. I'll be honest. I'll say that's mid for me. I didn't finish it though, so maybe that's on me. Part 5 is really tough because it's either a masterpiece or it's great. And I don't want to go too crazy on it. I'm honest. I don't want to go too crazy on it. I'm going to probably have to say for JoJo's Part 5, for now, I would say that's great. Part 6, to me, I would say that's a masterpiece. I would say Part 6 is a masterpiece for me. I like Part 6 more. I think Part 7 is going to be better than either one, based off how that first episode was, in my opinion. I think I'm going to really enjoy Part 6 or Part 7. I'm not gonna lie. I will say this. Part 6, I like the way it started. They had the big ass breaks. They lost me. I started to enjoy it a little bit more as I watched it. But I won't lie. If I would have binge watched Part 6 beginning to end like I did Part 5, I know I would have liked it way more than how I didn't watching it the way I did. Simple as. Cyberpunk. I will say this. I think Cyberpunk, people say this is like, the ending is pretty good though. That's one part I will say. People do get right. The ending is really good. But it's not a masterpiece to me. I think it's good. The game story clears the show, in my opinion. That's me. The game story clears the show. I would say it's over. I don't know if I would put it over 5. It's over Gachi Akuta probably, because at least it has an ending, and the ending is really what carries the show for me. I do think that it gets better each episode, but it starts kind of slow. And it's not like it starts slow in terms of the action. It starts slow in terms of how good the show is, in my opinion. Like, it picks up its form as it goes. So I give it that. It builds it up. And the build up is really, really good payoff. But it's a very sad ending. Classroom with Elite. I really enjoy Classroom with Elite. I'm gonna be real. I would put Classroom with Elite here. I wouldn't go any higher than that, but here. There's a couple stuff I don't have on here now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't have Tomodachi Game. I really enjoyed that. I don't know why they didn't come out with a season 2 of that. I really enjoyed the manga of that. Domino Ace. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a fraud. Domino Ace came out. I watched the first 2 episodes of the season this year. I did not finish it. I'm not gonna lie. And it had nothing to do with anything, but I didn't have the time to. Just what it was. I prioritized other things, other shows, and it just happened. I low-key need to get on that. This just reminded me I did do that. But I do think Domino Ace, before this, was easily great. It's coming down to, is it a masterpiece for a sports anime? I would say no. I'ma put Domino Ace for me. I would say Domino Ace is right here. That's a perfect spot for me. That's a perfect spot. Failure Frame. We finally have one. Now, this is the thing I say. This is entertaining, but it's clearly just not good. It's trash. It's clearly not meant to be. Like, there's no passion put into anything in this show at all. It's just very simplistic, generic, fun watching and entertaining. And there's going to be a couple shows like that. But it's clearly trash. It's not even debatable. It's clearly trash. Taxi. Now, this is a show that, in my opinion, is pretty much the same thing as Cyberpunk. It's just the lows are so much higher, in my opinion, than Cyberpunk for me. And then the ending is just much better, in my opinion, while also being kind of sad, but it's nowhere near as sad as Cyberpunk. Don't get me wrong. But the plot twist was really, really, I enjoyed the plot twist more than being sad with Cyberpunk. That's maybe just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But Taxi probably is a masterpiece. Taxi probably legitimately is a masterpiece. I'm going to put Taxi masterpiece. I maybe just hoeing Part 5 in Cyberpunk. Cause those probably are a tier higher than, yeah, I'm probably chatting. I'm probably chatting. I don't even remember Record of Ragnarok. This is mid. This is literally mid. JoJo's Part 2 is clearly better, but it's not even really that enjoyable mid. I'm gonna be honest, but it's cool seeing like the people. It's not really nostalgia bait. It's just legend bait. I don't know what to really else call it, but yeah, Dangers in My Heart, masterpiece, easy masterpiece. This might be the best. Chainsaw Man is only getting did like this because of Part 2, but Danger in My Heart is clearly a masterpiece. Boju the Rock is better. I would say that. I'm not caught up on the manga anymore. I used to be. Danger in My Heart is actually pretty good. That's one of the best romance anime I've ever seen. It's simple. Kaguya-sama. And this is where we probably do have to dethrone Boju the Rock. This is a masterpiece. Kaguya-sama is a clear masterpiece. Simple as. It is a clear masterpiece, in my opinion. I really enjoyed that. Now, there is more to it, and they just dropped another thing that came out at the beginning or at the end of last year. I have not caught up on that. I need to get on that. This is the low-key reminding me of things I need to do. So, yeah, One Piece. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not the biggest One Piece guy. I don't think it's that consistent. I said this with Bleach. If you're a long anime, in my opinion, you have to be consistent. In my opinion. Like when it comes to long anime, they almost all have these tropes where they're either gonna have filler, they're gonna have horrible pacing, but they're gonna have crazy amounts of peak moments, and you're gonna care about the characters. The thing with One Piece is the consistency is terrible. Now, Water 7, Enies Lobby, Marineford, peak fiction, no question. After Marineford, the drop off is astronomical. As soon as they introduce Haki, the show falls off a cliff. Now, the thing I will say with One Piece. Now, the entire reason why I watched One Piece, I'm not gonna lie, RDC World and Nux a long time ago put me on the anime. I had knew about anime, but they got me to actually watch it, and really, I don't regret it. And Nux was really pushing One Piece crazy. And he was saying Doflamingo was this. I'm gonna be honest. All my favorite characters in anything, everything, are all villains. All of them. And when the way he was gassing Doflamingo with how he actually was very like a well-written villain, I'm gonna keep it being. Why is the part that I can't get through the damn arc where he's the villain? Dressrosa arc is the... Now, I will say this. I don't even blame Dressrosa though. I think it's called Punk Hazard. That shit is piss. That might be. Now, I'm gonna be honest. It's not the worst. It's not even the worst arc in the show. If we talk about the quality of the arc in terms of the story of the arc. But if you put everything into how long the arc is, the importance of the arc, and the quality, it might literally be the worst arc in the show that I've seen so far. And by the way, I haven't finished Dressrosa. Dressrosa long as shit, by the way. So it's not been that great. It's had some pretty good moments. It's shown flashes, but I'm not gonna lie. The start of Dressrosa, where this brother Luffy is like fighting in a tournament. What the hell are we doing? I'm not gonna lie. What are we doing? Now I like the backstory that we got. I got through the backstory. I finally got through the backstory, but I don't know, man. It's really tough. And then you have I seen people say Fishman Island is piss. I don't agree. I think that was okay. It's nowhere near Marineford. Clear drop off. Okay. Sabuddy is really good. Pretty much a lot of the stuff around involving Marineford is really, really peak fiction. I won't lie. But there's nothing else in One Piece that I've seen so far. And I am 700 episodes in. And the stuff I'm saying is like around 150 episodes out of those 700. Nothing else comes close. I haven't even spoke on Skypiea. That is terrible. I don't care how important it is. I will say this. That probably is really important. I've heard so much about how important it is and how that ages like wine. Watching it is horrible. It is a terrible experience. Now, another thing. The live action. I thought I enjoyed Alabasta arc. I did not. I'm reminded of all the things that happened to even get to Alabasta that are in the Alabasta arc. One Piece is the show where even in the arcs I low-key like, the setup for it, the build-up for it is piss. It is piss. Even Marineford. And like I said, everything around Marineford is great. When bro's in the prison, bro, yo, I'm not gonna lie. The more I talk about One Piece, the more I'm really even realizing. And I'll say this. When they come out with that anime where it's seasonal, that if they do that right, we could have a whole different conversation. But for right now, and it's already like 1,200 episodes, and it doesn't seem like it's nowhere near stopping. So I've also heard people was gassing this new the Egghead arc, and I've seen a lot of One Piece fans, like hard One Piece fans, not enjoying it, saying it's overhyped. It wasn't worth the wait. So I don't know, man. I be seeing where they say the animation is better than ever, and that's why I started trying back watching it. Cause I was stuck on episode 644 on the dot for like 7 years. I'm not trolling. I was stuck on that episode for 7 years. I'm gonna have to just say for now, it again, Marineford, Enies Lobby, Water 7 alone is great. It puts the whole show that I've seen so far that I have not completed in great alone. But it's not that high. I would put it behind Gachi Akuta for now, because Gachi Akuta has been start to finish consistency, and the peak moments in Gachi Akuta has been very good to me. So I would give it that. Obviously, One Piece has higher peaks, has higher highs. I do think there's a lot of parts of One Piece that are overrated. I won't lie. But for now, I say great. Next, we have Seven Deadly. Seven Deadly, man. When I first watched it, first 2 seasons was peak. I'm not gonna lie, peak. Looking back with all the shows I've seen now, I would probably say the first 2 seasons are great. Like, if I was to compare Gachi Akuta first season to those two, Gachi Akuta would probably have the best season of all 3. Simple as. But with that being said, season 3 and after, and this is what I say. I said animation can't really ruin an anime. It's different if an anime starts with actually solid animation, and then the anime just says, fuck that. We just gonna just throw bad animation out there. Now, season 3 didn't affect me as much. Season 4, that final season, yeah, bro, that was, bro, they just started. And one thing I will say, the animation wasn't even the biggest problem. They just started doing shit. Genuinely just started doing anything. Like, the animation was step 1. The story was the final straw. It wasn't no strike 2. It wasn't no strike 3. That the story going downhill that bad was the final straw. It was a good, cool story before that. It turned to piss immediately. I'm gonna have to say it's mid, because half of it is great. Season 3, I would say, is good to mid. That final season is bad. It is bad. I won't lie. It is bad. Maybe I'm being harsh though. Maybe the first 2 seasons are enough to get it to good. I'll put it back at good. To Your Eternity, I'm not caught up on it, but season 1 was peak. So I would say, from what I've seen, it's masterpiece. But again, I'm not caught up on it enough. One of the best first episodes of any anime. Yeah. Mashal is low-key a tough watch. And the only reason now, there's some shows that I don't... One Piece got this treatment, by the way. There are some shows that are such tough watches, but I'm so interested in it because of either the theory of what this could be or the hype around it. I give it a chance. Mashal is one of those shows. One Piece, I had to do this for a couple of trash arcs, because like everybody knows there's just trash arcs in One Piece that you just gotta just force yourself through. There was an arc I just said, fuck it, I'd skip it. I'm not gonna lie. One Piece may be the only show I think I literally skipped a whole arc after watching a couple, and I knew this shit was not worth wasting time on. I think that actually may be the only show I've ever done that. I may should lower it off that alone, because I low-key forgot I did that. But Mashal, yeah, man, Harry Potter is the only reason. I'm not even trolling. Harry Potter and One Punch Man are the only reason I gave this show a chance the way I did. I watched the first episode 50 different times, trying to watch it in dub. I couldn't. Not dub. Trying to watch it regular. in the regular form. I had to put that shit in dub while I did other things to watch it, and I got through it. Through season 1. Season 2 comes out. Yeah, bro. This shit mid. It's just what it is. It's mid. It's just mid. It's mid. Simple as. It's mid. I'll probably give regular Ragnar over it. Dragon Ball Z. Now, again, like I said, we're gonna rank the entirety of the Dragon Ball. So you have Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super. I'm not a Super hater. I don't have the nostalgia of Z, so I know the reality of what Z really was at the time. Like, I feel like people that have the nostalgia of Z, they think Z is like damn near perfect. It's just not. It's just not. I think Cell Saga has a case for being a masterpiece. It has a case for being peak fiction. Vegeta is probably good. Frieza is probably great. Buu Saga is probably good to mid. All that into one, it's great. Is it better than Bleach for me? Probably, but again, you gotta listen to me. That is just Dragon Ball Z. If we do Dragon Ball is literally the worst shit I've ever watched in my life. I'm not exaggerating. Dragon Ball is literally the worst shit I've ever watched in my life. I watched Dragon Ball. This is one of listen to the people I said earlier was one of the reasons I watch anime. Nux, RDC pushes Dragon Ball. My homie he got me to watch Dragon Ball after I watched Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Death Note, and fullmetal alchemist. I watch all hits, no misses to start. So I'm really like on a roll. Like, my palate is extremely high. I go to watch Dragon Ball. I kid you not, I couldn't believe how bad the shit was. I genuinely couldn't believe. And I said, I think One Piece was the only one. I skipped Dragon Ball OG. I watched season 1. I don't know how far I got into season 2. I skipped to season 5. I never forget that. I skipped to season 5. I watched season 5 and I went straight to Z. Now Z is good. Again, Z is very good. Dragon Ball is piss. I think Super is just a good old-fashioned good. So you have Z. I would say Z is probably over Bleach. And if I was to rank it for real, I would probably put it like here. You could make a case for it being over One Piece. I won't lie. You could make a case for Z on a standalone Z versus all of One Piece. Okay, One Piece has higher peaks for sure, but all of One Piece, Z don't really have no misses. It's just good, great, masterpiece, then good or mid. The Buu is the only questionable one for me. But then you have Super. I think Super is good. I would probably put Super like here. I'll probably put Super around these areas. Now, if you include the movies with Super, where you get Broly and you get Superhero, and it says Super in the title, that may get it to like top, like in between great and good for me. Because I actually like Tournament of Power. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously the issue with it is the pacing. The pacing is terrible. Like, it's just what it is. I actually liked, for the most part, I liked the majority of the arcs there. It was entertaining. It was pretty much everything up to Tournament of Power. It was pretty much this level, like these two levels, in my opinion. I think Tournament of Power was around Demon Slayer level, kind of the way I talked about Demon Slayer. There's obvious, like, the entertainment of it. I would probably say I was entertained 40%, but when I was entertained, the fights were ridiculous, you know? And the only reason you're watching that shit is for fights. You're not watching that shit for no other reason. Let's be real. So I will say overall, you have great, where I would put it probably here, if I'm honest. And then, how the hell does that round? You got trash. I can't put it behind beginning after end, so I'll put it there. I put all of Dragon Ball there. I can't put it behind that. My instant death ability is so overpowered. I can't even, bro, it's such a long time. I can't read it. I'm gonna be honest. There'll be some shows in these seasons where I'll be like, why the hell did I just watch this? But it'd be entertaining, bro. I'm gonna keep it being. I think Failure Frame, I enjoyed. I was low-key, not gonna lie. Failure Frame, I have it in trash. I was literally anticipating watching that every week. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was entertaining. I can't cap. But It was piss. It was nothing, bro. The animation is terrible. The story is generic. There's nothing. There's literally no reason for it. It's just the premise. The premise of the show was enjoyable. The nigga was getting revenge. I enjoy them type of shows. I don't know why. I think in this show it was somewhat. Yeah, it was the same thing. It was damn near the exact same premise. I was finna say something crazy. Let's just keep moving. This is a very underrated romance anime. I would probably say like here. I think that there's moments within it. It's kind of like the romance brochi. Now that I'm thinking about it, the main character is kind of like a male brochi, but she is not. It's more about him being smart, and she's very talented at using a guitar. But they're both kind of like introverts, if that makes sense. But yeah, I would put it there. It's not as good as Bochi, but it is good. Boruto. We doing okay. We said we was gonna do the better version. I think the manga Boruto is way better than the show. The show is mid. The show is the the show is the epitome of mid. Like even the peak moments. I'm not gonna lie. The peak moments are good in the show. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. I think that Momoshiki, the tuning exams, it don't hold a cake to the OG tuning exams at all. But it is good. Like, especially when you put in the fact that the Momoshiki fight and all that. I think the Jigen arc is good. You know? I think that those two are good. You know? I think those two are good. Outside of that, maybe the last arc that they had before Boruto, Tubu Vortex, you know? But Tubu Vortex carries. I'm not gonna lie. Tubu Vortex, like, the story of Tubu Vortex is 10 times better. We don't have the animation and all that stuff, so that's just what it is. Like, the time skip literally just does so much. The plot twist, it does so much for the show. And it actually connects the story in a way to Naruto, where Naruto goes rags to riches, but Boruto goes from riches to rags to riches. It's kind of, if you've seen Megalobox, low key, that's the perfect example, where season 1 is rags to riches, and season 2 is essentially that. But season 1 will forever be better because it's just harder to execute that second one. But Megalobox probably does the best job of doing that. I don't know actually, because there may be some movies I'm just not thinking of. But anime wise, that I can think of, that probably is the truth. It's probably just mid though. I will put it here. It's mid though, for sure. If Tubu Vortex count, then it probably is good. But yeah, I'll put it mid. Next we have Romeo and Juliet. I really enjoyed this show. I read the manga. I enjoyed that. It's a tough one. I guess I'll put Romeo and Juliet top of good. Top of good. I think it's better than the Maid joint as a romance, but I just like the gimmick, I guess. Tokyo Revengers. I'm not caught up on this. I dropped it. Season 1 was pretty good though. I'll be honest. Season 1 was pretty good. I'll put Tokyo Revengers here. Banished from the Heroes Party. I'll put this at the back of good. Elusive Samurai. They have a season 2 coming out right now. I've not caught up on anything. I don't even know if I finished season 1, but I enjoyed season 1 a lot. I remember enjoying season 1 a lot. I'll probably put season 1 like here. I really enjoy season 1 a lot. It's good. Ranking of Kings is really tough to rank. Because Ranking of Kings, in my opinion, the season 1 is a masterpiece. But I don't really like the ending of it. But it's not like a Chainsaw Man Act 2, where it's nowhere near the level of Act 1. And the ending is terrible. The ending isn't terrible. It's just, I didn't like the ending. It's just that simple. Like, I can see people liking it. I personally didn't. Now, they have like a spin-off or a season 2. I never watched that. Because, I'm still don't know how I feel about that ending. Like, I really didn't like that ending. It was just not for me. But the show, the premise, the main character, the story, I think this was very, very good. Very, very good journey. I say for me, I probably still go masterpiece. I would put it, for me, I'll probably put it here. I'll probably put it there. Jujutsu Kaisen, JJK. I have read the manga, so we're going to include it. Two Vortex is not really, it kind of is, but that's a whole different piece of it, you know? Chainsaw Man Act 1 and 2 is not called Chainsaw Man Act 1. It's just called Chainsaw Man all the way through. JJK is just JJK all the way through. Now, I'm not going to rank Modelo. I've read a little bit of it. I just look like, I'm not going to troll. If I like JJK enough, I'm not going to do anything with that. JJK, I will say this. I think the Culling Game is okay. I would say Culling Game is good. I would say season 2 is a masterpiece. I'm not gonna lie. Season 2, in my opinion, is literally a masterpiece. I think the story aspects of the show could be a lot better, but the stakes carry the show. The animation carry the show. The fights carry the show. But the fights actually have meaning behind it because the stakes. Anybody could die. Genuinely. And that's a big deal if you're gonna do a show like this, in my opinion. Now, with that being said, and that kind of is what holds shows back, like Dragon Ball Z, back, because people can die, but it don't really mean shit in that show because people gonna come back. Like, and evil people can be, it's a whole different conversation. But JJK, I'll say this. Season 1, I actually enjoyed a lot. I would say season 1 is great to me. Season 2 is the masterpiece to me. Season 3 was good to great. The Maki is really where I'm like, man, that was literally, that is arguably in my opinion the best moment we've had so far, with how the family, her mom and her dad, and all the stuff with her sister and what she does to the family. That episode might literally be the best episode of JJK to me. I know a lot of people like that last episode, but that's just a good fight. There's nothing behind it. Maki had all these things going on. And then, oh man, that episode is arguably the best episode in the whole show to me. It has everything. That is literally peak JJK for me. Now, I will say this, manga, Sukuna, Gojo is coming. That is gonna probably be the best fight in anime history. Just probably what it's gonna be. Won't lie. Like, the writing in that fight is impeccable. And the way that it ends, for the person to win, that is the only way it could happen. But I won't lie. Everything that the winner of that fight kind of ruins the show. I won't lie. That because everything, the whole reason why the ending is terrible is because the author had no idea how to. I'm not going to spoil. The author had no idea how to go about finishing that off. If that makes sense. That may be a spoiler in itself, but yeah, JJK, I would say JJK for now, for me, is probably here. I'm gonna be honest, it probably is here at the top of grade. I wouldn't say it's a masterpiece so far. It's over Gachi Okuda for sure. That's why I'm like, the thing is it over One Piece? I don't know if it's over One Piece, and that's where I'm confused because it is over Gachi Okuda. One Piece may just be over both. But yeah, One Piece might just be over those. It's definitely over Bleach. I'm not gonna lie. Bleach is nowhere near as good as JJK to me. I'm not gonna cap. But yeah, Rent a Girlfriend. I'll be honest, man. I want to say it's trash, but I've watched 5 seasons of this shit. 5 seasons. Literally, bro, this is the epitome of invested, and I can't give up. I have to see this shit through. I'm seeing this shit through in real time, and I'm questioning my decisions when I'm watching it. Like, regretting watching something while you're watching it. I won't lie though, that shit is entertaining, but that should be pissing me off. Like, I don't know. That should be pissing me off watching this shit. But I'll say this. There's no way in hell I'm not putting it trash. There's just no way. This shit is trash. It's good trash though. Again, it's good trash. Gintama. That's our first perfect. Gintama is our first perfect. Gintama is a perfect anime. Is it perfect? Oh, man. Oh, the story is perfect. The thing is, It is a bro. It is, bro. You have to do so much just to watch it. But I will say the filler. This is the best. The filler in Gintama is the best way filler has ever been done. It's pretty much like watching SpongeBob or Family Guy cartoons in America. It's pretty much like if you watch a season of man, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty much like watching Avatar, the Airbender. You watch first season and then they go on like a break. But during that break in this slot, it's like SpongeBob or some shit. But after they go on the break, they get back into that slot, you know? And they give you another season. That's pretty much what watching Gintama is. It's like watching a funny ass show, but then that shit just locks in. And then it gets back to a funny show. Then it just locks the hell in even harder. And each time they lock in, the story is getting better and better and better and better and better. The ending is good. It's not to the level of what the anime is. I'm giving it perfect. I really love Gintama. I love a lot of moments within it. I think this is one of the best main characters ever. I'm going perfect. Konosuba, masterpiece. Easy masterpiece. This is one of the most enjoyable shits I've ever watched in my life. Any fiction. It doesn't matter. One of the most enjoyable shits I've ever watched. It is hilarious. A lot of anime is not funny. And bro, listen to me. Back when I first started watching anime, the number one anime people would say that should be your first anime was One Punch Man. Bro, that is the stupidest shit ever. I think people know that was stupid now, but back then, that was literally, everybody was saying that. It makes no sense. But yeah, easily, masterpiece. And you can watch the movie. You can watch season 1. I don't know what the best season is. I'll keep it being. But yeah. World Trigger. This is the most underrated anime. On the other hand, I would say that this is... That's not a... I don't know if I can say it's a masterpiece. That's the thing. I don't know if I can say this is a masterpiece. Is it better than JJK, Gachi Akuda? Probably not. I probably would say it's like here. The thing is, I do think this is over One Piece, though. I think that this is over One Piece. Nah, I'm just low-key chatting on JJK. JJK is better than One Piece, I guess. Because JJK is better than World Trigger. I'm not gonna lie. World Trigger is very good, though. I'm not gonna lie. The thing is with World Trigger, is pretty much... It's pretty much that era. It blends that era of One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, where it's like a longer show. The pacing isn't nowhere near to like the level of like the JJKs and stuff like that of that era. But it kind of blends the two the best, if it makes sense, in my opinion. Now, I also heard that they're rebooting World Trigger. There's literally no reason to do that. I'm gonna be honest. There's actually no reason to do that. But if they do it right, I'm not complaining. But there's literally no reason to do that, bro. I'll be honest. There's no reason. Bro, the World Trigger, it has so much within it. It's so creative. It's so unique. Like, it's a show. Again, Gachi Akuda. Nah, I can't go Gachi Akuda over World Trigger. I can't. I can't do that. Gachi Akuda and World Trigger are both really... They're in their own lane as shonen, in my opinion. They're literally so unique and creative for what they do. Blue Lock, I got a whole series doing Blue Lock. I'm gonna be honest. You already get an extra point for me when you're a sports anime. Simple as. I'm not gonna lie and say Blue Lock is better than JJK. I'm not gonna lie and say that. Blue Lock, it could be better than World Trigger though. I'm not mad at that. But it's not better than JJK. It's just not. It's not better than JJK. I would probably say Blue Lock, I'm happy with it being here. I think it's better than One Piece for me. I don't think it's better than Gachi Akuda. I'll keep it being. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But it is great. Wistoria. I think Wistoria is actually better than Gachi Akuda on the other hand. I don't know if season 2 is as good as season 1 or season 1 of Gachi Akuda. But the thing is, I have read the manga. So it's not going to be as enjoyable when you know what the hell going on. So maybe I should stop reading. But the manga is very, very good. I'm going to be honest. The drawing... Whoever's drawing that shit is ridiculous. They're out of their minds. But yeah, the story is very good. I will say though, it is kind of generic. But this is what I say. I said this about Mashal. The only reason I wanted to watch Mashle is because it was like the closest thing we was gonna have to Harry Potter and anime. Restoria is kind of Mashle done right, where it's pretty much Mashle didn't just blend those two; it also blended another show I like a lot, which is, oh my god, Black Clover. Because bro don't have powers. Restoria 1 and Sword also has that. I ain't gonna lie, it low-key, it doesn't have that one punch part of it though. I won't lie. And I think it helps it. And the story of Restoria is a lot better. The story is way better. Way better. But again, I haven't been catching up with season 2. But they're very similar. I'm not gonna lie. Restoria is extremely similar to Mashle, by the way. It's just not the funny. It doesn't try to be funny. It doesn't try to be humorous, if that makes sense. I will probably say Restoria, for me, it's not over One Piece. It's not over Heavenly Delusion, probably. It's not over that. Whoa. Some of these are wildin'. Blue Lock is not over Diamond No Ace. Blue Lock is not over Diamond No Ace. This needs to come down. That's not over My Dress Up Darling. I don't even know if it's better than Classmate Elite or Bleach. It's over Solo Leveling though. It is over Solo Leveling. Undead Unluck. This is cool. I would say it's good. I wouldn't go that far. I'll probably put it like here. I put Elusive Samurai over it. My Hero is a masterpiece. My Hero is literally a masterpiece. I'm not gonna lie. My Hero, I don't know. It is the most overhated show. Now, I keep it being, the start is not nowhere near the peak of the show. I say that right now. Season 1 and 2 are clearly the worst seasons of the show. They're clearly the worst. Season 3 is a big step forward, but season 3 is not as good as season 4. Okay, now I'm thinking, what happened in season 5? Season 5 wasn't the war arc. Season 5 is when you get My Villain Academia. Season 5 is actually the worst arc. Season 5 is the worst arc because it took like 16 episodes of a training arc. Yes, you get 16 episodes of a training arc. Now, the ending of that training arc is actually very important, but I digress. But My Villain Academia alone may make it better than season 1 and season 2. I'm not gonna lie. The end of season 5 with My Villain Academia arc might make it better off that alone. I won't lie. That shit is literally peak fiction. And that was when they first started their uphill climb of getting into that masterpiece. Because then you have the war arc. That war arc, hey bro. That war arc is ridiculous. And then you got season 7. Then you get the final season. I'm gonna be honest. From My Villain Academia, each arc got literally better and better. And I'm gonna be honest, My Hero Academia pretty much has the perfect final arc for the show. I don't know if it's the perfect ending, because I don't know if I'm satisfied with the outcomes of their careers. Deku, I'm not tripping too much on, I guess, because he kind of sacrificed everything for what happens, but I still believe it is a masterpiece. I would say, see, this is where it gets really ignorant, because Chainsaw Man, Assassin's arc, Chainsaw Man, Gun Devil arc, Chainsaw Man, Makima arc is, I don't know about Assassins. Assassins is debatably better than anything in My Hero. But Gun Devil and Makima is clearly better than anything in My Hero Academia. But Act 2, bro. Act 2 really. The thing is with My Hero, it starts iffy. I think Chainsaw kinda is slow, but it doesn't start iffy, I would say. I'll give My Hero the edge for now. Because it definitely has a better ending. It 100% has a better ending. The only way I think you can really fix Chainsaw Man is just pretty much make the anime Act 1 and just say fuck Act 2. And if you do Act 2, it's an area in Act 2 where you can easily pivot in the anime, in my opinion, and make a change. I won't lie. Because Act 2 doesn't start bad at all. It starts actually pretty good. It does. But they lose you a couple times, and then it's like, and then he saves it. The author saves it every time he loses you. And then it's like that last pivot where it's like, oh, what the fuck are we doing? And then he just doesn't save you, and he ends it. No, it's like, now the thing about Chainsaw Man, the ending is abrupt. It is literally abrupt. And the only reason we knew it was gonna happen is because it got leaked that the ending was gonna happen on this date, and it was like within a month. So yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, Chainsaw Man is one of the craziest mangas ever for so many different reasons. There was a part-timer. This used to be so hyped for absolutely no reason. I gotta be honest, this literally used to be hyped for absolutely no reason. I can't lie. How many more did we, bro? We got a lot more. I gotta speed this up. Devil is a part-timer. Damn, I gotta speed this up, but damn. It's probably good. It's probably good. Bro, why is Banished Hero? Put Banished Hero here, bro. I put it there. I finished it. No, I didn't. I don't remember. Hermia. Okay, so you have the second season where it's like, it's more episodic. It's like, kind of like, bro, just watch season 1 and read the manga. I have not finished the manga. But season 1, they lost me with season 2 because they literally made it episodic, and it's not even in chronological order, I don't believe. And it literally is so disconnected. Like, they'll give you a little mini arc, and then they'll go to another mini arc, and it'll have nothing to do with the last mini arc. That was just a money grab, I'm not gonna lie. But season 1 is peak. That shit is literally a masterpiece. That is literally probably the best season of romance anime I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. That's where it does get tough. But even then, I would probably say season 2 is still good. It's just, bro, that was literally, like, you really just ruined the legacy of something special, in my opinion. But I will say season 1, I would probably put like here. I'll probably put like there. Season 2 would probably be here. Yeah, probably here. Probably here. Because even with how it's disjointed, Dragon Ball OG holds Dragon Ball Z down enough for me to still give Hermia over it. Even with Z. Z is better than this, obviously. Or second season, but yeah. So I'm gonna say Hermia is like, My Dress Up Darling is better probably. I'll probably put it there. Cautious Hero is hilarious. Cautious Hero, bro, there's some shows that are just extremely rewatchable. Konosuba, Cautious Hero, and a couple more that I haven't ranked yet. Cautious Hero is extremely rewatchable. I'm not even like a person that rewatches stuff like movies, shows. I don't really do that. But this is a very rewatchable show. This is a hilarious show. I won't lie. This show is genuinely hilarious. Maybe not hilarious. It has funny moments. Very entertaining though. I would say Cautious Hero is clearly great. I would probably put it at the, look, you put it at the top of good. 86 is great. I'm putting it at the back of great though. Misfit, I actually like Misfit. Probably here. No. There. Now, this is a show that I watched a long time ago. I would probably have to put it back here, bro. I think they have a second season of this shit coming out though. But yeah, I watched it a long time ago. Rock Ladies and Modesty. I really enjoyed this show. And I said this earlier. Music anime that I watch has ceased to miss yet. That's what I'll say for what I've watched. So I'm gonna have to rank it based off that. I would probably put it here. I don't know if it's better than Cautious Hero. Probably not better than Romeo and Juliet either. But I'll probably put it there. Fire Force is here. Bro, Fire Force and Demon Slayer are neck and neck. Literally neck and neck. I probably enjoy Fire Force more for its story. but Demon Slayer has higher highs, I would say. I definitely say Fire Force is more consistent, but I've dropped Fire Force just like I've dropped Demon Slayer, so I can't go too crazy on it. Haikyuu, probably the best sports anime ever for now. For now. If we include manga, I have not read the manga of Haikyuu. I've read the manga of my favorite sports manga. So, there's that. I think Haikyuu is a masterpiece. I think Kaguya-sama is better for now. People say that it still gets better, so we'll see. But they're bullshitting. They're taking their time. They're definitely taking their time with that. I don't know why. They're definitely taking their time. They got, I don't know, bro. They're killing the hype of the show. But shout out to them. Now, people ask me, because I have the Blue Lock series. You know? They ask me, what do they ask me? Let me think about this. What do they ask me? They ask me, will I make a Kuroko no Basketball for 2K? Because my main channel is 2K. And I'm not that big of a fan of this, but the thing is with Blue Lock, I can feasibly make that shit. I actually did think about making a Blue Lock in 2K for basketball. And I actually have a good idea how that would work. But Kuroko no Basketball, if I put these characters in here, how the hell would I make the dude that can shoot from anywhere and make it? How would I make that? Like, brother. And then the thing is with Blue Lock, I start them at lower overalls. Brother, the brother would start with a 99 shooting. But I guess he would have other things to progress. Maybe I'll do that next year. And then you got maybe somebody with 99 pass. Probably Kuroko. You got the copy. But okay, how would the copycat dude progress? The brother would literally have 90 everything damn near. The brother is literally 99% as good as all the other stars in the show at what they do. He's pretty much Rayo in Blue Lock, but he's way more OP in this. And then you got the dude that can just cross anybody. You got the dude that just dunks everything. Kuroko is literally One Piece, but sports anime. And I say sports anime. The thing is, sports anime gets an extra point. Basketball growing up was my favorite sport. My favorite sport now is probably football or footy, not American football. I won't lie. My favorite sport is definitely probably football. But basketball used to be my favorite sport. Any basketball media, you get an extra point. They somehow cease to not impress me that much with this, somehow. I will say this for me, I would say it's good. I'm not that crazy about it. I'm not a person that would go to war for it. I finished it, so I'm gonna put it above all the stuff I've dropped, but I'll put it here. The wrong way to use healing magic. I actually enjoyed this. I'm not gonna go too crazy on it. I'm gonna put it here, but I enjoyed it. Dan the Dun. Now, this is another one that I did not finish, but season 1, and from what I've seen so far, has actually been great for sure. It's just how high and great is it? I will probably put it, I think Classroom with Elite is a good bar for it. I'll put it there. Orb is a masterpiece. Orb is one of the most underrated recent animes, easily. This should have been another Vinland Saga level show. It's not as good as Vinland, so I think that may be part of it, but it pretty much is another villain in a way. But except villain is I guess it's exploration, but there's deeper themes around it within the world. This is kind of exploration in a different way with deeper themes around it. I think the deeper themes in Vinland are 10 times better. I'll say that. And I probably agree more with the deeper themes in Vinland than I do in Orb, but I do think it is still a really good show. I will put it here probably, right there with Odd Taxi. Jobless, oh man, I can talk about Jobless all day, man. Jobless, season 1 is great. It's top of great. Season 2, let's talk about it. Season 2, part 1. This is gonna sound like I'm trolling a joke. The entire part 1 is about bro trying to get a boner, trying to get hard. That is the entire part 1 of the show. That is the entire point of the show. Season 2, that is continued until it's not. And when it's not, I'm very happy. But then we get a very important part. We get a turning point. And we get the turning point when he's with his dad and his dad's, I guess, team or homies. And without spoiling, the thing I say about a show like Moshoku Tensei that it does is character development. It's very focused on character development. But when you do inconsistent writing around that character development, and this is a problem I had with Re:Zero when they did the amnesia gimmick. But the writing in Re:Zero is unbelievable. That they did a trope that I hate in a show that I love for character development, where they reset a character, and the writing is so good that they made me love everything that happened, and even made me go back and rewatch the amnesia to find new things. Moshoku Tensei had amazing character development for the most part. Amazing would be a stretch, but it had very, very good character development. That was like almost the best part of the show so far. And the turning points. Every turning point was a hit until this one. And they destroyed the character development, and he forgot all the things that he learned after he got teleported. If you don't know about the teleport, I don't know what to tell you. Pretty much all the character development that he got from the teleportation just gets scrapped. And it's like they forced the big deal, the big thing to happen, in my opinion. And in my opinion, that's terrible writing. And I hate that. I actually liked season 2, part 2. But that literally killed all my enjoyment of the season when they did that. But now he got like 2 wives. He's gonna have another one because we've seen in the new season with Eris. So I believe she's gonna be the 3rd one. I'm thinking that this is gonna be, you know, those harem isekais. It's gonna be like it's pretty much gonna be that, but with better writing, with like realistic, better writing. And a lot of these isekais are supposedly based off Moshoku, so you can't say it's generic because this is the original. This is the influence. This is the inspiration. So I do think Moshoku season 1 part 2 is ridiculously good. I think that may be a masterpiece. I think season 1 part 1 is great. Season 2 part 1 it has good moments, so I would say it's mid, but the premise is terrible, bro. I cannot stress that enough. Season 2 part 2 is probably great, but when you think about the premise and then you think about the other thing that I'm saying, I would probably say it's more so good to me. That probably knocks it down to good. So the overall, it probably is still great. I would say it's over Solo Leveling, but I can't go any further. VV, RBV, I'm not gonna lie, man. VV, I be kind of gassed in this show, but I really do believe this is like the best slept on show. Like, even like the slept on shows of that season, I think Odd Taxi gets more love and more credit than VV. I think VV is clearly better. I think VV has a case as a perfect show. No, I would say VV is a perfect show. No, I would say that. No, I would literally say VV is a perfect show. Odd Taxi might be perfect. Hold on. Hold on. What's stopping Odd Taxi from being perfect? Hold on. I'm low-key just throwing some shit masterpiece right now. I'm not gonna lie. Odd Taxi probably is perfect. Odd Taxi probably is perfect. Now I'm keeping it masterpiece. I was gonna put VV either at the top of masterpiece or here. I don't think Odd Taxi is better than any of those shows above it. So yeah, I guess it's just not perfect at that point. So yeah, I think VV. I'm gonna be honest. VV probably has a better case for being perfect than Gintama because of the thing that I was saying, where the stories has gaps in it, and you kind of have to look up the way to watch strictly the story to skip the filler. You have to, But if you just watch the story, it is probably, I don't know, that's debatable. VV is peak, bro. VV is amazing, in my opinion. Dororo, this is the first seasonal anime I watched. Well, I watched it weekly. I watched this. Listen to this. I watched this. I know it was Attack on Titan season 3 part 2. I know alongside it was Mob Psycho season 2. It was something else with this. But that was the first season of anime I've ever watched. And it was because I was watching Dororo. The only reason I was watching any of that other stuff at the same time was because of Dororo. Now, I had already caught up to AOT at that time to be able to watch that. So, obviously, I knew of AOT. But I didn't even know what the seasonal shit really was, you know? That was the first time I was watching it episode for episode, if that makes sense. I would say Dororo, though, you could make a case for it being a masterpiece. I would say Dororo is right here behind JJK, though. I think it's right behind JJK. I like the premise. I like the story. I like the characters. I pretty much like all of it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's a masterpiece or not, personally. I don't know if I believe that. And if it is, I'm not gonna lie. It may be. No, I'm bringing Cyberpunk and To Your Eternity down because these are not better, in my opinion, than JJK or Dororo. For me, they're not. So, yeah, I'm bringing those down. And I'm gonna actually bring this down, and I'll just put this over JJK for now. And that makes more sense to me. Monster. This is a tough one. This is a tough one, bro. This is a super tough one because this is one that my homie told me to watch a long time ago. He was telling me that this has the best villain in all of anime. I said this earlier. I love villains. Bro, I watched the first 2 episodes and dropped it. I'm gonna keep it being. Years go by, I rewatch it, I give it a chance because I'm like, bro, I'm seeing so I've been fighting this fight against Monster for so long. I'm like, bro, I can't do it. It was one of the toughest watches ever. And I said I watched the first 2 episodes. It was a hard fight to get through that first episode. I rewatch it. I get to episode 2. I'm a crazy person, bro. I'm a crazy person. Johan is one of the best villains of all time. No debate. And the end of episode 2 is the hook. That is the hook that keeps you watching, that gets you to binge watch the whole rest of the show. I couldn't get to that point when I originally watched it. But yeah, bro, Monster. And the thing is that goes along with Monster, I love a good mystery. I love a mystery. A mystery is amazing to me. So it has the thriller part of it that I love, the mystery part of it that I love, the amazing writing that I love, amazing villain that I love. It crosses so many boxes. But I won't lie, perfect is tough because the pacing of Monster, they bullshit a lot in the show. They do. This show could have ended so long ago. The thing is, this is what I'm saying. And this is why it was tough for me to get through episode 1. The main character is pissed. I'm sorry. He is. He literally ruins the show. Is he one of the worst ever? No. In terms of the scale of the show, when you think about how good the villain is, or the antagonist, how good the writing in the show, how good all this, the main character is literally a device to move the story along in the way that the author wants it to go. And yes, that is how usually shows go, but literally it's kind of like that's the only aspect of the story that is that the main character kind of just drags the story out, in my opinion. He's so indecisive. It hurts the show so much. So I would say for me, it's a masterpiece. You could make an argument that Kaguya-sama Love is War is higher. I'm not gonna do that. I don't think it's perfect. Mob Psycho 100 may be perfect. Almost just start crying as soon as I got to it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but that was because of yawn. I'm late at night doing this, so like the video if you made it this far. Mob Psycho is very good. Season 1, great. Season 2, masterpiece. Season 3, masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. I would say like Kaguya-sama or Blood Cycle is real combos. That's real combos, man. I think season 2 is probably still my favorite season though. I like season 3 a lot, but season 2 probably is still my favorite season. I'm gonna say masterpiece right there. Dr. Stone, I really think the premise of Dr. Stone is very good. It's just not, it just doesn't keep me entertained. It doesn't keep me engaged. I would probably say it's good though. It's in this area where I just couldn't catch. I'm obviously not caught up. I just couldn't keep engaged. Spy X Family is great. I really enjoy Spy X Family. I'll put it here. It's a good, just cool, fun show. 1 ounce, one of the best sports anime ever. It probably is the best one we've ranked so far. Haikyuu is up there. No, it's not. But all the other ones, it probably is more like here. 1 ounce is very good. It's over Blue Lock. It's over Diamond No Ace. And it's deservingly so. I think the only reason Diamond No Ace isn't higher is because it's so long and the pacing. I think Diamond No Ace has higher peaks. I don't know. I'm not, bro. I just realized when I ranked Blue Lock, I did not include the manga. Blue Lock definitely got to go higher. I'm not gonna lie, I was not including the manga at all when I did Blue Lock. Blue Lock is probably there, including the manga. 1 ounce, I'm not gonna lie, it's not over. It's not over this. I'm gonna put it there. It's not over Diamond No Ace. Because the peak moments, I'm really kind of just forgetting Diamond No Ace a little bit. I may be underrating it. More than a married couple, but not lovers. This is actually a pretty good show. I would probably put it. It's not better than Haremia. I say that. I guess I put it at the top of good. I'll probably put it behind Cautious Zero. Made in Abyss. This is another one. Season 1 might be perfect. Slow start. Build up is the payoff for the build up is fantastic. The movie, that shit literally probably perfect. I'm not gonna lie. That movie is probably perfect. That probably is a 9 out of 10 movie, genuinely. Season 2. That's where it's like, the thing is, the season 2 is still great. It's not a masterpiece though. I feel like both the other two are clear masterpieces. But I said the same thing for Mob Psycho. But the thing is with Mob Psycho is, you started great. And I would say season 1 Mob Psycho is clearly, honestly, season 2 of Made in Abyss is probably good. Because Mob Psycho season 1 is clearly better than me. Clearly better. But it may be the same tier. I'm not gonna lie. They probably are both great. What's going on with Made in Abyss, by the way? Like, why are we not getting more? It's obviously not done. What's going on with that? But I'm gonna say Made in Abyss for me. This is one of the, by the way, this is one of the saddest shit this is probably the saddest shit I've ever watched. No. That show that came out last year, 3 episodes in, when they had that girl kill that girl, yo, it's like Taka something, bro. Nah, bro, I had to turn that shit off. Nah, that shit was so sad. I knew where this was going. I just said, I'm not even gonna do that to myself. That probably is actually the saddest shit I've ever seen. Made in Abyss has moments that's probably at that same level, but the thing is with that show, the entire premise of the show is depressing and sad. Made in Abyss, that is not really the premise. The premise of Made in Abyss is an adventure, but the journey is sad as hell. Like they go, it's like Subaru in ReZero, he go through more, but that shit ain't sad. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. It's low-key like enjoyment. Wow, I don't know if I can say that. Made in Abyss, I'm gonna say masterpiece. It's not Mob Psycho level. I would probably put it here. I probably put it there. I enjoy Konosuba, Boji, Haiku. I enjoy all that more. I do. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, Haiku. Because you taking so long, you falling down in the rankings. Konosuba there. I don't care how long Bochi the Rock take. I don't care. Damn, I'm being inconsistent with that Bochi. But yeah, don't toy with me. Actually, this is cool. This is a trope. This is literally just a trope show, but it's good. I'll put it. Yeah, put it behind Dragon Ball Z at least. Aoashi. This is include manga. Aoashi might be perfect. Aoashi might be perfect. I'm not gonna do it. Season 2 is coming out this year. I hope that they give it a good adaptation. That brother put his heart and soul into it. Again, y'all heard me earlier. My favorite sport used to be basketball. My favorite sport is now football. The entire reason, everything I know, well, not everything, the foundation, the birth of my love for the sport is Aoashi. Aoashi, masterpiece. Easy masterpiece. Only thing that's clearly better is Monster. You could make a case for Mob Psycho, Kaguya, but if you're doing manga, the thing is, if you're doing manga, I don't really see the case for Kaguya-sama or Mob Psycho for real. And I could really make a case for it being over Monster. The thing is, Monster is debatably perfect. I think Aoashi is debatably perfect. I don't think anything else in Masterpiece is debatably perfect besides those two. Frieren, I've said this multiple times. I think that this is the most overrated show. I think that One Piece is popular, but I think a lot of people kind of, if you only really watch the anime, you don't really read the manga. I see a lot of people say they're not mad at people saying it's not that crazy. Now, if the manga is that good, I never read the manga for One Piece. It may be a different experience. That shit's still 1,000+ chapters, but that shit may be a better experience. I don't know. Frieren, on the other hand, the rating to this shit is outrageous. There's no way in hell that rating makes any sense. Bro, this is literally an isekai. It's pretty much the generic isekai where you get teleported to another world and you join, you're the hero probably, and you get a party where you get an elf, you get like the dwarf, and you get the smart guy. Maybe the smart guy is a mage, maybe the smart guy is religious or something, and what this show pretty much is the aftermath of beating the Demon King, because the whole point of you building a party is because you're trying to beat the Demon King. And the thing is, instead of you following the main character or the hero, you're following the elf. And elves, they live a long time. They live a long time. And you're pretty much, you pretty much are in that aftermath of doing that, but you're in the aftermath of doing that all over again. That's literally the story. Now, the animation is ridiculous. I think the story is actually really good. It's not a generic, it's a twist on a generic trope, but also does that. And it's not an isekai at the same time. So there's a couple different ways that make it different. And I do think it is written very well. I do think that it's very consistent. I do think that the animation is good. It's just the show it has no business being in the conversation as the best anime ever, in my opinion. I would say for now, I would put Frieren over Chainsaw Man because of all the other stuff, but My Hero, Dangers in My Heart, those are both debatable. If you want to tell me Frieren is better than that, I'm not mad at you. Made in Abyss is not better than Haikyuu, not better than Konosuba, Bocchi, Mob Psycho. Mob Psycho and Up is just, we're just saying shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of those are personal favorites. Made in Abyss, it's not better. I don't see how you can make that case. Tower of God. It was very overhyped. It's not overrated though. It was super overhyped. It's cool. I would say mid. It's mid. Oshinoko. It's a masterpiece. People don't like the manga ending. I love the ending. I think the manga is one of the best stories ever written. Personally, I'm not gonna lie. I really truly believe that. I would say the story of it is genuinely, this is the most unique isekai ever. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about all that, because they got isekai of niggas being smartphones. They got isekai of niggas being vending machines. I don't know, man. That may not be it. I don't know. Being the children of an idol is not. Oh, that may be a. That may. No, that's not a spoiler. That's not a spoiler. Oshinoko checks a lot of boxes. One of the best first episodes, in my opinion, ever. I think the ending is one of the best ever. A lot of people don't like the ending. I'm not of that belief. And if you don't like it, I'm not here to tell you to like it. That's your opinion. that's mine. I liked it. I really, really liked the ending. The only thing I didn't like was when they did the little, I'm not gonna say incest, but like when they tried to, they almost did that shit. But I'm not gonna spoil anything. The story, again, I love a mystery, and the mystery, I mean, you gotta have to watch episode 1. So, bro, I'm gonna just say, and the thing is, it's a story about idols, like Korean idols, if that makes sense. So it's not like something I would expect to like that much, but very, very well written. It's very unique. The thing is, bro, I would probably have to say it's better than Haiku and Konosuba. The animation in it is really good too. That's the thing. I really love Bocchi, bro. I love Bocchi the Rock. I'll put it over Bocchi though. I don't think I can go any higher. I don't. That and Mob Psycho probably on par. Probably on par. I won't lie. One Punch Man. I had to reread the manga because my progress got reset for whatever reason on what I was reading it on. I didn't reread it fully. I reread it like 40 chapters out from the newest chapter at the time, at least, and I'm outdated again. So yeah, but One Punch Man is, man, the anime is, man, they just, it's crazy, bro. As soon as the story actually started going somewhere, the animation just started giving a single fuck. And this is what I say. I think I said this for a different show earlier, where if you start animation very good and then it drops off, that's a big deal. I'm gonna be honest, season 2 wasn't that big of a deal for me. I enjoy season 2. And the thing is, I enjoyed season 2 more than season 1 because I didn't understand the tropes. When I rewatched season 1, I really enjoyed it after I understood the tropes and the jokes. Bro, that being your first anime is stupid because you would have to understand the anime tropes. You have to have anime brain to actually enjoy One Punch Man season 1. You have to. If you don't have that, then it's GG's for you. But season 2 I enjoyed. I think it was much more story driven than season 1. Season 3 though, I was really waiting on that monster joint. And it's season 3 part 1, I believe. Yeah, they're trolling, gang. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this was a very fight-driven season, and you did not give a single fuck about the animation. Now, I will say the most important fight that happened in the season, you actually put money and time into it. Now there was another fight I don't even remember happening when it was like the two dudes with the flashy flash dude. I don't remember that happening in the manga. I'm gonna keep being. I don't remember that happening, but that was a good fight. I give them that. But outside of that, animation was just, they trolled it. It just was. It was. I would used to say One Punch Man was very, very high. I don't think I can say that anymore, bro. I really do enjoy the manga, but it's nothing crazy. If we're being honest, it's just nothing crazy. I would put One Punch Man here. I'll put it here, right behind One Piece. It's more consistent than One Piece, for sure, but we'll see. Maybe when we get to that Garo part, we can do something. I really do love Garo. I love Garo as a character, but I really feel like he's not gonna get the justice he deserves. Skate Infinity. I'm not a skateboard person, but it's a sport. I love sports stuff. I still would say it's only good though. I actually think it's pretty great, but based off this tier list, I probably would say it's more good than it is great. Domino Ace isn't great. I don't think it's the same tier of that. I would probably put it here. Berserk, perfect. I said the adaptation, but the adaptation I'm talking about is not that. The TV show Berserk is piss. I don't care what nobody say. The OG, I never even gave that shit a chance because I got scarred from what the newer version was, and I never give it a chance again. Now, there's two different ways you can watch it at the best way if you want to watch the anime. You got the anime movies, which is very good, but the animation is still not insane, but it's 10 times better than any of the other two. I haven't seen the 90s version, so I'm not gonna go too crazy, but I would say I would think is better. And then you have like the animated memorial version where they add scenes and stuff like that to the movies for the most part. It's pretty much the trilogy split into an anime. I think you could, it really doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. The story of Berserk is ridiculous. Now, the thing is, the manga, I'm not caught up on the manga. I'm not that deep into the manga. I'm not even that far after the eclipse. But the eclipse is not debatable. The eclipse is incomparable. If you go moment for moment with anything in anime history, there's nothing comparable. The rumbling is probably the closest thing. That is probably the closest thing. But there's nothing out of nowhere like that. There's like the entire Chimera Ant arc. That might actually be the closest, because Chimera Ant arc, the tone of the entire show is completely different from the Chimera Ant arc. But it's still not comparable, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, bro, Berserk is ridiculous. Yeah, Golden Age arc, one of the best arcs of all time, and people say that's not even a top 3 arc in the damn show. So, yeah, I need to get on that. It just happened. I really enjoy Blue Box. This is combining sports with romance. A lot of romance shows kind of do that, where it's a romance, but they have something else that's part of the genre to make it, I guess, unique. But this is actually one of them that actually does it really good. It's a very entertaining show. It's not insane though. It's very good though. I would probably say it's up there in that Dororo, Cyberpunk, To Your Eternity areas, in my opinion. I would say Blue Lock is probably better. Gachi Akuta is probably better. It's better than One Piece though. Apothecary Diaries might be a masterpiece. That might be a masterpiece. I would probably put Apothecary Diaries here. I'm gonna low-key raise this. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, this needs to go high. I don't know what's going on. What? How did that happen? I'm gonna keep it though. Matter of fact, but Apothecary Diaries is very good. Season 1, great or masterpiece, whatever we want to go. Season 2 is debatably better. Masterpiece, simple. I don't even remember what this was. How to Fight, I believe, bro. I was reading this shit and they came out with the anime. This shit's just stupid as shit. I'm not gonna lie. This shit's stupid as hell, but it's very entertaining. It's literally very entertaining. I'm gonna say it's mid though. I'll put it here. Happy Marriage. Komi Can't Communicate. This is good. It's not great though. It's good. I would put it probably not gonna lie. That's probably why I stopped. Shangri-La Frontier. Now, this is the thing I said with Shangri-La Frontier. I have not watched season 2. Season 1, I really did enjoy. I really did. Somebody recommended it to me. I recommended it to everybody else. They've got through it. They're caught up. I have not. I need to look and catch up on it. I finally finished season 1, and it wasn't like I stopped watching it because it was bad. It wasn't that. It just, I don't know. I just got stuck, I guess. I got stuck, and then it just happened. But I did finally finish it. I was like 2 episodes off of the ending. Now, season 2, I don't know if it's as good or not. I didn't hear anything about it, but at the time of it actually originally airing, I didn't hear much about it either. So I don't know. So I'll say season 1 to me is good. I would say that's good. I would probably say season 1 is probably like here, but yeah. Code Geass. It's not perfect. It's not perfect by any means. It's not a masterpiece, but the ending is arguably the best ending ever in anything. But I can't say it's over Dororo. Loki, it can't be over Cyberpunk either, because Cyberpunk has a very good ending. Code Geass has a clearly better ending though. I would probably put Code Geass here. Code Geass, the thing is with Code Geass, some of the most boring stuff you're ever gonna watch in your life is 2 seasons. Season 1, first 15 episodes, just get through it. That last 10, peak fiction. Season 2, same dilemma. The exact same dilemma. Except season 2 is better than season 1. So I give it that. But the way they end both seasons, clearly the best part of the show. But you have to get there. They have to build it up, and the build up is piss. It's just that simple. But the ending is arguably the best ever. Simple as. So yeah, it's just a struggle to get to the ending of both parts. So it's just tough. Death Note, that's a masterpiece. The only thing I say about Death Note is episode 1 to like 24, probably perfect. After that, it's nowhere near the same. It's just nowhere near. It's probably like good at best. That's at best, by the way. I don't really like the ending either. It's literally just not fulfilling. But one of the best written protagonists, antagonists. It's very, very, very good. I don't know if I can say it's perfect though, or a masterpiece, because of the fact that the whole second half is just nowhere near the same level. It's just not as good. And I don't know if it's that crazy for it to be under Dororo. Cyberpunk is actually pretty good from start to finish. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna put it right behind Cyberpunk. Fullmetal Alchemist, masterpiece. This is kind of Code Geass in my opinion. No, it's pretty much a long Cyberpunk. That's what it kind of is. Where I may just be tripping with some of these, low key. Let's just raise these. Let's just raise these for now. Let's just raise these. And that's probably what we'll stop. Fullmetal Alchemist is clearly a masterpiece, by the way. Bro, Fullmetal Alchemist in My Hero Academia is actually a conversation. My Hero probably need to be higher, bro. It's actually a conversation. I'm not gonna lie. And I got nostalgia for Fullmetal because, like I said, this is one of the first shows I watched. But this is really, really good. Fullmetal Alchemist realistically is probably in that monster conversation. The ending of Fullmetal Alchemist is probably the best ending I've seen outside of Code Geass on this tier list so far. I think that's fair to say. I'm trying to think. Cyberpunk is in that. Odd Taxi might be better to me. Cyberpunk, Odd Taxi are debatable. I probably go. Now the thing is, I like the OG Fullmetal Alchemist more than Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, but both are masterpieces. They have two completely different endings. The way that the show goes is completely different. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest. They're both masterpieces. That's where it really does get very hard for me to rank Fullmetal Alchemist, because I always have liked OG more because I watched that one first. I never read the manga. But then people said that one is bad because the ending is ass. That ending I like more. I don't know. I like, bro, the thing is, I like both endings a lot. But it's like, it kind of makes it confusing. I will say the second ending is probably more fulfilling for Edward's character, though. But see, first, I have both. I have both of them on here. Oh my gosh, I have both of them on here. I would probably say the first one for me. First one for me is probably here. The second one is probably here for me. That's probably how I rank them. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Black Clover. I love Black Clover. And I would say this. I think Black Clover is one of the rare shows that's long where it got better. Literally, Black Clover, every arc, it improved. Every arc. Every single arc. It is not even debatable. I don't think anyone would even debate it, bro. You go from the arc before the Midnight Sun, then you get the Midnight Sun, then you get the elves, then you get the devils. Like, now, if we're doing the manga, I do think the devils improves on the elves arc. Or the demons, whatever they call it. But the angels arc, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know. That ending is ass. That ending is ass. I'm not even gonna lie. That ending is very bad. It's definitely a shonen ending. That's what I'll say. That actually does troll a lot, though. I'm not gonna lie. That trolls a lot. Because I do think it's pretty much just a great show. Like, Midnight Sun to the demon arcs are all great. You can make an argument for the demon arc being masterpiece. You can make an argument for it. You could, but I wouldn't go that far. It's just great. It's probably just great. Where would I put it in great? I would put it over Gachi Akuda. I would put it over Black Clover. Kogias may be the last one. I probably can't do that. Rainbow may be perfect. I'm gonna put it here. I like Bachi more. I like Konosuba more. I'm gonna put it there. I'll put it there. Steins Gate. Steins Gate was another one of the shows that I watched very early. This was one of the... Bro, my palette at the beginning, I was just watching all the best anime. I'm not gonna lie. The thing is with this one, it's kind of like... It's like a mixture of Code Geass and Death Note. Where Code Geass, I just said it. First 15 episodes, season 1. You just gotta get through it, bro. You gotta just fight through it. The end of season 1, peak fiction. Season 2, arguably the best ending of all time. Steins Gate, brother, you just gotta get to the good parts, man. You get to the good parts, you're gonna be binge watching. You're gonna be in a loop. You're gonna watch it all the way to the end. Now, the thing is, I will say, if there's more than one season, I did not watch anything else. So, yeah. And I do believe I stopped watching it at that point. But Steins Gate is a masterpiece. It is. I don't believe it's better than Death Note. I don't know if I even believe it's better than Code Geass. I don't know if I believe that, bro. I don't think I believe that, bro. It's not. It's not better. It's not. I'm not gonna lie, it's not. Fate Stay Night. Fate movies. Fate movies, on the other hand, masterpieces. The trilogy, masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. OG Fate Stay Night is trash. I don't care what nobody says. That shit is trash. Fate Stay Night movies, or the Fate Stay Night trilogy, whole different level of... I don't even know how this shit is even the same thing. I would probably put it... Not better than JJK. I'll probably put it here. Fate Zero. I like Fate Zero. I'll probably say Fate Zero is probably in that gray area. I'll probably put Fate Zero here. Yeah. Promise Neverland. Season 1 is literally perfect. Season 1 is literally perfect. That is literally a perfect prologue. Nope. No, it is a perfect prologue. It's not the best prologue. That's what I'll say. It's not the best prologue. Vinland Saga Season 1 is the best prologue. That is the best prologue. I don't know if that's even beatable. Promise Neverland, on the other hand, it's a crime. It's quite literally a crime what the hell they did to that shit after Season 1. It should be a felony. Like, people should be arrested. Genuinely. I'm not trolling. I'm gonna say Promise Neverland for me. I'm gonna go... Man, we've been doing this for so long now. I'm lost track of time. I'm gonna have to say... I'm about to say, bro, the season 2 is trash. Season 1 is perfect. I'm gonna go great. I'm gonna put it over 86. Food Wars, Not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. When I watch this shit, I don't know what frame of mind I was in, but this shit is literally the most entertaining shit I've ever watched in my life. In my life. I'm not gonna lie. It is genuinely the most entertaining shit I've ever watched in my life. Is it the best show I've ever watched? Hell no. I'm not gonna lie. I was rewatching it. 2 minutes in, them niggas nut. 2 minutes in. I do not recall this. I do not recall this. They got tentacles wrapping around a bit. I do not recall. 2 minutes in. 2 minutes into the show. I have literally told so many people to watch this shit. I do not recall. I do not recall. But hey, listen to me. Listen, are you listening? The food in Food Wars literally looks better than food in real life. Like, quite literally, it looks better than food in real life. And I don't know if there's really even I'm gonna watch Food Wars after this, actually, matter of fact. But with that being said, Food Wars, oh, I don't know where to put this. It's either a masterpiece or great, but masterpiece feels like it's biased. Masterpiece feels biased. It's better than everything in great, though. That's the thing. It's clearly better than everything in great. Clearly better. I'ma say, for me, I'ma say Food Wars is up here. I can't go. I'm gonna keep going higher. I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna just stop myself there. Hunter x Hunter. This is what I say about Hunter x Hunter, man. It's kind of like One Piece to me. When I first watched this shit, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only arc I didn't like was that island, that Greed Island shit. That shit was piss. Terrible. Awful. Ass. Low key, that shit was so bad. I was a couple episodes in, I just skipped to the dodgeball game. Because apparently that was the only thing that mattered. That shit was ass. Genuinely. I'm gonna be honest, I tried to rewatch it. Literally only 2 good arcs in the whole show. York New City and Chimera Ant. Everything else is mid. Everything else is mid. I'm not gonna lie. Now, in the manga, I'm reading The Dark Continent. We're going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? We're getting somewhere. I'm not caught all the way up, but we're getting somewhere. Crollo Hisoka? We're getting somewhere, bro. We're getting somewhere. So, it's kind of like if Bleach took a Perk 10 type shit, man. Where Bleach has really 3 good arcs, but everything else is just trash. Hunter x Hunter has 3 all-time arcs, but everything else is mid. I wouldn't say trash. I would say mid. Because I think the first arc is mid. I think Killua Family arc, mid. I think the Tower arc, mid. Greed Island is piss. It was worse rewatching it. And I rewatched it beginning to end because people were saying this is arguably the 3rd best arc in the damn show. That shit is ass. I'm gonna just say, me personally, Hunter x Hunter, it's a masterpiece. I don't really care. It's a masterpiece off them 3 arcs alone. I won't lie. If it was as long as One Piece and it still was only 3 good arcs, different conversation, you know? Different conversation. It's not 1,000 episodes. It's only like 100 something. So that's a different conversation. And majority of the episodes is those 2 arcs. So it is a different conversation. But with that being said, it's not that high. It's over Death Note. I give it over Death Note. Is it over Cyberpunk? I don't know. It's over JJK though. It's definitely over JJK. This is where it does get tough. This is where it does get tough. It's definitely over Food Wars. Literally, Chainsaw Man is the perfect benchmark. I don't even know how frieren got out of this clog of... I don't think frieren better than Cyberpunk. How the hell did this shit get out that clog? Because the only reason Chainsaw Man is over is because, bro, the entire Act 1 alone carries it this high. It just does. Cyberpunk should low-key be up there with Taxi. I'm not going to cap. But that means the Roa should be up there. But I also just think JJK is better than Cyberpunk, the Roro. I don't know if JJK better than Frieren. That's debatable. I actually put it here off that alone. I don't know. That one's actually debatable to me. Okay, Vinland Saga. Do I need to explain this? No, it's perfect. It's perfect. Season 1, arguably the best season of anime ever. Arguably. I don't believe it is. It's debatable. Season 2, completely different tone shift. I think it is the same tier. No. Season 1 is a 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. Season 1 is a clear 10 out of 10. Season 2 is a 9. 9.5. It gets better with the season, but it does start a little iffy. But the character development, the character arc, the storytelling, the lessons behind it. Yeah, man. Just even the characters. Like, don't even get me started. Yeah, bro. Yeah. ReZero. I think I did it's a short gonna be coming out where I talked about ReZero in a short. ReZero season 1. Episode 1 is episode 3. I'm thinking great territory. You know? Thinking great territory. Episode 12 or 13, whichever one is where he do the full crash out. He end the episode in the bed with Amelia. Oh shit, man, that's one of the toughest watches in my life. But if same way Moshoku Tensei has turning points, ReZero has turning points. That was a big turning point. I did not enjoy it. But that is arguably the most impactful episode of the whole damn anime. It just arguably is. You know? Everything after that is literally peak fiction of that season. If I was to rank the rest of that season, it would probably be masterpiece. Season 2, masterpiece. Season 2, masterpiece. Season 2, part 2 is perfect. Season 2, part 2 is literally perfect in my opinion. Season 3 is great. Back to great. You know, back to calm. Great. It's great. Season 4 so far, masterpiece. Masterpiece. Now, part 2 is coming out. I haven't seen a single episode of it. I will be there. I will be seated. Hold on. At the time of recording this, I'm recording this on the 12th at 3:54 a.m. by the way. So yeah, we really grinding. But I think ReZero is getting in that conversation of perfect. It's really close to getting in that conversation of perfect. I think ReZero right now, this is going to be the reason why VV comes down, because ReZero is better than VV. This might be the reason Gintama comes down, because I think ReZero is better than Gintama. This is going to be the reason Berserk come down, because I believe ReZero is better than Berserk from what I've seen. All I've seen from Berserk is the 3 movies. So you take just the 3 movies from Berserk, that's all I got. Now, obviously, people say Berserk has 3 even better arcs in the manga, and the manga is fantastic. I have never caught up on Berserk, so I can't speak on that. But ReZero is literally going to stop all 3 of those from being perfect for me, because ReZero is better than those 3 to me. Attack on Titan. I literally did a short saying this is the best fiction ever made. Anime, TV, movie. Writing, start to finish, in my opinion, no faults. Foreshadowing, the characters, the character development, the parallels. It checks every single box possible. In my opinion, I genuinely, truly believe it is a perfect anime. And then last but not least, the first anime I have ever watched. There is nostalgia. Let's talk about the flaws. The pacing. the war arc, is Boruto counted towards Naruto? I actually talked to somebody the other day that the war telling me that the war arc is actually the peak of the show. Now I'll say this: the war arc, the only reason it's bad is because it's so long, and Kaguya. But this is what I say: Kaguya really is Boruto, because that's like the first time we even get the inclination. But the only reason Kaguya is at the end of Naruto is to set up Boruto. If they don't force, because Boruto is kind of just a money grab. They didn't want to end Naruto. Naruto is such a successful franchise. They wanted to keep it going. So they had to set up Boruto. And that's kind of what Kaguya is. And that's why the writing falls off a cliff from the ending of Madara to Kaguya. It's just what it is. The writing kind of gets thrown out the window a little bit. So that's like my one issue really with Naruto. I wouldn't even say really the war arc is an issue in itself, the arc. I would say the pacing of the arc is outrageous. Outrageous. But Kaguya is really the only flaw. OG Naruto is a 10 out of 10. The only way you can really tell me it's not is because of the filler. I don't even think the pacing is a problem. Land of Ways, Chunin exam, search for Tsunade, to Sasuke retrieval. That is literally 4 for 4. And literally, in my honest opinion, Land of Ways is a 9 out of 10. Chunin exam is a 9 out of 10. Search for Tsunade is like a 7.5, I would say. That's easily the worst of the 3, but it's still very good in my opinion. Then you have Sasuke retrieval is a 9.5. It's not a 10. It's the closest you can get to a 10 in my opinion for an arc. It's as close as you can be to being perfect for an arc. That's not perfect, at least. Because there are perfect arcs. There are perfect arcs. I do think Shippuden is not the same level. I do think it's more inconsistent in terms of the fluctuations. Like you'll have a 9. You'll have a Pain arc is a 10 out of 10. That is a easy 10 out of 10. Jiraiya, Sasuke versus Itachi, to Pain attacking the village. Bro. That is a 10 out of 10. But it's surrounded by 5 Kage Summit. But like I said, 5 Kage Summit is still an 8. The arc before Pain is like a 7. You know? But it's a lot more fluctuation. It's not that 9, 7.5, 9.5. It's not that consistency you're getting. But I will say it is consistent. There's no bad arcs. There's no mid arcs all the way until you get to the war arc, in my opinion. And the war arc is mid because it's just long, but it has a lot of peak moments. It does. It just does. So, in my opinion, I think Naruto's personally a masterpiece. I do have nostalgia. I think it has the consistency. I think it has the arcs. I think it has the characters. I think it has the story. I think it has depth. People underrate the depth. The story of overcoming hate is so important in that show, in my opinion. And people look at the never giving up, but I do think, I will say, if I did watch some of the copycat Naruto's, I probably would look at Naruto different if I watched Naruto after. I won't lie. But Naruto being my first one, I look at a lot of these other shows that do that never give up thing more like a copy of Naruto, when that may not be the case. I don't know. But if it comes, like if it literally came out after Naruto did, I'm not going to think Naruto copied it. So the thing is, I think it's a masterpiece. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I'm going to put it in masterpiece. I think, honestly, I would probably put it over Monster. I wouldn't put it over VV. I wouldn't put it over Gintama. I wouldn't put it over any of those. I wouldn't put it over any of those. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. People have a lot of polarizing opinions of Naruto. I don't really care to fight for Naruto. The enemy I would fight for now is ReZero. ReZero, you disrespect ReZero, I'm not gonna lie. You're wildin'. You lost your mind, gang. Like AOT, you lost your mind, brother. Vinland, I don't see people really disrespect it, so that's just what it is. All right, but let me get some, it's supposed to be more, so let me get it. All right, so obviously I was supposed to end it off with some of those, you know, ones at the end that was some of my favorite, but we got some more to talk about. Since to be a hero, I actually do this one last out of these because this is easily my favorite out of these that came out this year. Saga of Tanya the Evil. This had a lot of hype coming out this year. I had never heard of it until I seen the hype surrounding it. The new anime coming out this year. This is the craziest little girl I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie. It's very good. I'm not gonna lie. I think it is very good. I would probably put it more so in the 86 area, but it is very good. Smoking behind a supermarket with you. I'm not gonna lie. The premise of it is literally smoking cigarettes with a girl. It's pretty much all. That's literally the entire premise. Now, I watched the short versions of it. I don't know if it leaked where it was having like a part 1, a part 2, but now that's not even half of the actual season. So that is the only thing I can personally rank. So I would say that's a masterpiece so far. That is easily a masterpiece, but the premise is piss. Like smoking cigarettes, I don't know, bro. That ain't it. That just ain't it, gang. I'm not gonna lie, but it's actually a really good show. Very, very bad influence though. I would probably put it here. I would probably put it there. I don't know if I would go that far. Ranking Kings, I used to love Ranking Kings. I think I'm kind of sleeping on how much I like Ranking Kings. Witch Hat, I think that this is anime. It's literally this year frieren. In my opinion, it's nowhere near as good, and that's why I still give frieren its credit because it is a masterpiece in my opinion. I do believe that. I think season 2 was also very, very. I think season 2 it doesn't go beyond what season 1 is. It's a little bit worse, but season 1 was actually, like I said, just because something is overrated doesn't mean it's bad. I think it's still a masterpiece, you know. But it's nowhere near, in my opinion, the best. Like I love Naruto. I would never say Naruto is better than AOT. I don't even, bro. I look at AOT crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The only one I can see somebody saying is better is Vinland, because Vinland, the story of Thorfinn is ridiculous. And again, the thing I didn't even talk about this with AOT. AOT is so good. I hated Eren off rip. The character development is so good for him. I love him. Only other show that's kind of like that is low-key My Hero Academia with Deku. I hated Deku. I love Deku now. Bro, Deku's character. I ain't gonna lie. Deku may have had more character development. I'm not gonna lie. Because, bro, his character is kind of, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Witch Hat. I wouldn't say Witch Hat. I'd probably say Witch Hat is more good. I'll probably put it. Probably put it there. Sentence to be a Hero is masterpiece. Modern day masterpiece. Easy modern day masterpiece. I think that this is one of my favorite shows that came out recently. Easily. Okay, what is the other show that? Nah, Gachiakuda is not better than Sentence to be a Hero. That's the show I was thinking of that might be as good, but I don't think it is. Sentence to be a Hero is very good. I've talked about it so many times. There's been some times where I watch a show and I think it's like gonna be AOT level or not AOT level, AOT type. And Sentence to be a Hero is the closest I've gotten to it. Mystery, apocalypse, good characters, unique, very creative. Man, scratch that itch for me. It does. One of the, again, ridiculous good first episode. The ending of season 1, very, very good. I really like it. Masterpiece, I would say. Okay, let's go from here and down. It's not better than My Hero. It's not better than Brotherhood. It's not better than this. It might be better than Hunter x Hunter. Because Hunter x Hunter is so inconsistent, it might be better. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not gonna do it. That may be it. Because it's better than Apothecary. It's better than Orb for me. It's better than JJK for me. I'm not gonna lie. This little blockade, JJK should probably be higher. That's probably why frieren is getting hold. This probably should just be higher. No, frieren is not better than me though. I probably would put frieren there. I probably would put this here. These probably stay. I'll probably put Apothecary over this. I'll probably put the row over this. Yeah. That's how I probably feel about it. Bro, season 2 JJK is season 2 of JJK. Bro, a lot of people like Shibuya Incident. Hidden Inventory. Maki, those are the two for me. I'm low key, like, I think a lot of the other stuff is very good, obviously. I have it in Masterpiece. But those are the points of JJK where it's like, that shit is unbeatable. It checks every box. Like, those are literally ridiculous. But yeah, that's my anime tier list of every anime I've watched. There's more I have watched that I don't have on here. I won't lie. Some I forgot, some whatever, you know. But yeah, that's my anime tier list. Y'all do want more of these, like the video. I wanted to give y'all a full thing. I'm gonna try to do the same thing for TV. I'm gonna try to do the same thing for movies. So if y'all do want that, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Without further ado, man, it's your boy Fitz. I'm out of here.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!